The city of Kennesaw, a hilly suburb of Atlanta, Georgia, a community of about 21,000 residents with a vibrant and forward-thinking city administration. On September 21, 2009, the unthinkable happened. This community, resting in the foothills of the North Georgia mountains, became a floodplain victim. After days of relentless and unstopping hard rain, the storm drains, valleys, and roadways were covered in water. In some places, the water was 8 to 10 feet deep. Just as happened in many Georgia cities that day, homes, businesses, and vital city infrastructure were damaged, and the city's lifestyle was unimaginably interrupted. The City Public Works Department had recently attended a PinPoint geotech seminar and a demonstration of the award-winning PinPoint Public Works system, and had heard about its abilities to be rapidly deployed in emergency management scenarios. After a phone conference with PinPoint Geotech's technical operations consultants, the city agreed to push forward with the deployment of 5 PinPoint tag units and the desktop mapping application. The goals of the project were to mark and map the locations of every infrastructure problem that arose from the flooding, to record pictures associated with the marked issues for later reporting to FEMA and other disaster-related management organizations, to sort and categorize the data into manageable work orders, to build reports for efficient communication and accurate enumeration of damage assessments for relief funding requests. Within hours, PinPoint Geotech was hard at work preparing for the deployment to Kennesaw to assist. The first step in preparing for the deployment was consulting with Kennesaw Public Works officials on what types of infrastructure issues they were intending to mark for resolution. These issues would be assigned to virtual buttons on the PinPoint tag unit, and each button would have a specific action associated with it. It was determined that an initial list of buttons would include flooding, erosion, quality, contamination, culvert issues, and ditch and manhole issues. And each of these buttons could either mark and categorize the location, or it could call up a sub-profile of buttons. For example, the flooding button could call up a sub-profile of categories dealing with flooding issues, like interior and exterior damage, street flooding, standing water and groundwater locations, and of course roof damage. Since PinPoint Public Works allows the user to create his own profiles of buttons, the uses for the device are virtually limitless. The second task was to form an assessment team and quickly train them on the proper methods for collecting data with the tag unit. With the press of a single touchscreen button, PinPoint Public Works easily marked, categorized, and timestamped the locations where the first responder stood, and saved it in the database for uploading to the mapping application later. Furthermore, by pressing the camera or voice notes buttons immediately following the marking of a location, a picture or voice note was also attached to the database to be reviewed on the mapping application later. Once the responders returned from the field, the data was easily uploaded to the desktop mapping application via Wi-Fi, GSM cellular communications, or USB cable. From this desktop screen, the marked locations are displayed on the screen with a unique icon for each marked issue. The application can then filter out only the issues the operator is interested in. He can also filter the issues by tag unit that mark the data, by the date and the time that the data was collected, and by the category of the issues marked. Once the desired data is filtered and displayed, work orders are easily created to give to the work crews for dispatching and for issue resolution. For use by FEMA and other disaster relief agencies, a city or county can produce lists, tables, and spreadsheets from the collected data to allow easy and accurate initial damage assessment reporting. Timeliness and accuracy is critical in filing for disaster declarations and relief funding. With the availability of pictorial references, the need to return to the site is minimized, thus reducing the overall cost and manpower required to certify compliance. Once the issues are resolved and the infrastructure is rebuilt, PinPoint tag units can be used to mark and photograph the results for compliance reporting and general inventory purposes. After this deployment of PinPoint Public Works, Kennesaw will use the devices for day-to-day operations in codes enforcement, streets and sanitation, public works, and aggressive stormwater and sewer system management. It may also be of interest that other private relief organizations like the Southern Baptist Association Disaster Relief Team have also utilized the PinPoint Public Works systems for the Georgia flooding relief of 2009. For information on PinPoint Geotech and its suite of GPS-based government applications, please see our website, www.pinpointgeotech.com.